Be quiet, my darling. Allow tranquility to calm your soul. Get rid of the things that are grabbing your attention. I am offering you a direct invitation to connect with your inner purpose, not just great advice or ideas. A fundamental truth has been established at the center of your life, even as the world around you continues to move at a frenetic speed. This is not an isolated incident. It's a purposeful movement made just for you. In the invisible worlds where your life's pillars are located, the crucial purpose is now active. We're bringing forward insights that have been saved for this particular time in your life. Your identity has been singled out among the cacophony of life, not as a whisper, but as a powerful declaration of intent. The spiritual climate has changed around you, recognizing that you are prepared to operate at a higher level. You may experience this profound awareness as a startling clarity or a gradual shift. This isn't anything fictitious or far away. It's occurring right now, and it's genuine. You are not traveling aimlessly. You are already feeling the effects of this change as you are entering the boundaries of a major spiritual event. The unexplainable feeling of suspense that comes with knowing that change is imminent. These don't happen by accident. They represent the effects of my will on your life. Don't ignore this feeling. Don't write it off as a passing mood. It is my ultimate advice, not your own efforts, that is recalibrating the course of your life. There has been a profound change, but you have to decide whether to accept it. I want you to show that you are prepared as you go toward this holy goal. As a demonstration of your determination, acknowledge your acceptance at this moment. Confirm your readiness for the real route that has been outlined for you. I look forward to your enthusiastic involvement. Hold fast to this reality, because we are moving, approaching a profound bond between your soul and the reality that has already started. Take these words to the core of your existence. Not only your feelings or intelligence, but the part of you that knows the truth without being told. The current situation is not a little change. It is unquestionably a tipping moment. The truth that was meant for you from the beginning has been proven, even though you may have felt stagnant or inactive. It's not just a proposal. It hasn't been re-examined. It's established. For you, what has been agreed upon is more than just a wish. It is a strong, unwavering goal. This objective cannot be undone in the everlasting sphere, not because of a crisis, but because your assigned moment has come. Wisdom and timing have aligned. Your progress timetable has changed. This occurred as a result of my holding on to the truth about who you are, not your performance. For this reason, the foundation remains steadfast. This explains why there is a sense of expectancy in the air around you. The choice about your future was more than just an endorsement. It was the opposite of the positive. I was aware of all of these things. Delays, quiet internal conflicts, pleas you felt were ignored, and times when hope seemed to fade. Every glimmer of faith, silent prayer, each act of unspoken integrity were all noted. Your genuine need for development has grown and is now resonating powerfully. What previously hidden is now coming to light. They are calling forth what was hushed. The misleading nature of the limits that have constrained you was revealed as the truth of your mission came to light. You've gone through incomprehensible times, opportunities you were unable to seize, and tensions that hurt those you couldn't see. However, I observed and took action. This is not something you're dreaming. Without completely understanding, you could feel a profound presence and a hallowed silence, that in locations outside of your direct line of sight, your name has been pronounced with authority. It's possible that you had a sense of relief without understanding why, or that a fight and victory were waged on your behalf. This message comes at the perfect moment. It meets you right at your location. For too long, opposing forces, uncertainty, fear, and outside pressure think they can obstruct what is really yours. They erected boundaries to keep you back and whispered falsehoods about your value. However, throughout this season, the murmur of insufficiency is being hushed. All deceptive connections are being revealed. The obvious light of truth is exposing circumstances or individuals that seemed helpful but were actually impeding you. This has nothing to do with revenge. It has to do with alignment. My method for achieving real equilibrium. When the truth is revealed, happiness and strength are released, and clarity triumphs over ambiguity. Triumph reverberates throughout your existence as brightness pours out. This goes beyond merely holding out hope for the future. It is currently becoming a reality. Your reasoning could be called into question. You could be hesitant. But your inner self is aware. The portion of you that endures will know my voice if your soul recognizes my statements. Although I have moved for you before, this is perhaps the most obvious moment you have ever experienced it. The entrance is now accessible. It is a road that guides and purifies with a clear light. You can see that I am here for you, by the truth of your own changed spirit. I call you to follow the road I have outlined, yet I do not require your consent to bless you. You need to open your eyes and go into the big moment that is approaching. As the entire universe listens, I proclaim that the moment has come. Restrictions are lifted. They're restoring what was taken away. What was concealed is finally being revealed. This is not a little shift that is taking place. It's not a fleeting feeling that you should be skeptical. It is a last instruction from my eternal nature, a total tilting of the scales. Your life is being affected by a declaration that has been made. Influential roles are still being created and prepared for you. This one powerful statement has altered the established order of your existence. But I ask you, my darling, do you really understand how serious this is? This is unique. A profound movement stirred as you went about your everyday business. A strong, loud, and urgent call rang forth. My voice was the one that brings order out of chaos. Your world is altered when I speak. I have acquired every resource required for your ascent. Your life's narrative has been revealed, including all of the events that shaped your journey, your setbacks, and your triumphs. This was a strong plea for fairness. I have read the whole story of your struggles, every lie spoken to you, every personal grief you had, and every barrier that was put in your way. On you. Nothing was overlooked. No pain remained unnoticed. No secret wall eluded my sight. And I've spoken enough with the unwavering power of my defense. This is the upper limit. I promise you this. Your life underwent a significant transformation when these words were said. Everything that stood in your way has been broken from the inside out. Invisible barriers created by disparaging remarks, inherited fears, and unchosen routines have crumbled under the pressure of my reality. I saw all of your limits, but you didn't. I recognized the magnitude of the barrier, but you did not. And that obstacle was removed with a single word. I've started my announcement. It exists as a result of my intense concern and will be completed as planned. I don't push you. I only show you the way. You should be fully aware of what I started for your benefit. This area you now occupy is far more than just a temporary moment. I've opened that doorway. Be aware of this important fact before the entire design becomes apparent. This goes beyond simply improving your situation or getting what you lost back. Its origins are even more profound. It is more about what my soul is doing inside of you than it is about the world outside of you. A quiet work started with great care while I was there to protect your path. The restoration of your inner sanctuary, your true self. I'm not only here to become better, your circumstances, but to radically transform who you are. Your inner self contains the knowledge, even if your conscious mind might not understand the mechanics of this. The imprint of such holy labor remains to this day. I've made my way into the broken areas of your soul, the sorrow you endured without speaking. You buried your doubts. Disappointment hardened portions of you. There is a living light for every one of those deep sufferings. It is a living, dynamic brilliance that heals. Where there has been a lack of consistency, I am establishing steadiness. Pain has marked my mental story, which I am rewriting. I am reawakening talent that has been dormant under protracted adversity. I'm calming your heart and caressing the places where uncertainty has taken hold. I am fortifying your core, preparing it for what is ahead. I am aware that if your inner self is unable to support its weight, a newfound calling is meaningless. This is the reason you feel it right now. This strange quiet peace. You didn't intentionally seek for this little increase in inner strength. This makes it obvious where the misunderstanding used to be. This feeling is not fleeting. Underneath your feet, solid ground is laid. It is my molding purposes' enduring mark. I'm preparing you to hold far more than you've ever imagined. Deep inner strength and conviction are both necessary for great trusts. I have promised my kid that the enormity of your blessing will not cause your inner core to shatter. I've changed more than you had planned. Your innermost structure has been recreated by me. I've changed your internal rhythm, swapping fatigue for enduring resolution and establishing a clear understanding of the place where uncertainty resided. What was out of place is becoming harmonious again. You now start from a whole new base as you venture into the future. You move forward with a pure, completely supported, and stronger self. Not only does my favor bestow pleasant things, but it also bestows the ability to retain them. Thus, you won't falter when the complete calling becomes clear. You're not going to give in to pressure. You will rise and go on, not only as someone who has been saved, but as someone who has been totally transformed. You've sensed the change already. In your spirit, you have been aware of the benefits being released and the hidden impediments being revealed. However, all of this was only getting ready. Everything altered at a single instant that has been kept silent up to this point. There are times when I act with clear, straight intent. There is always a deeper significance behind this behavior. I'm not just observing. I take an active part. I've made a stand for you. Old calculations are adjusted. Your course has changed. Waiting tasks are sent. In an instant, something you believed would take years is proven. I'm not just returning what was taken away. I'm giving you what you would have had if there had never been any opposition. The stolen years are being restored by me. You are receiving an abundance of inner power that surpasses your previous capabilities. Opportunities that you never realized were intended for you are once again becoming available. Your mind must now take control of this, even though your spirit is happy about it. This new reality must be proclaimed by your voice. Don't be ignorant. Don't act as though you haven't really vanquished the darkness. This is the cause of your current sensations. You can't put your finger on the deep stirring, the calm uneasiness, or the urgency. It's not a hardship. It is the beating heart of eternal truth inside of you, bringing a portion of you is alive. Fixing what has happened is not the point. It's about taking back. Your old method is over. Previous trends are disrupted. You now have the framework for the days ahead. Without knowing this for sure, I won't let you go another day. Your battle wasn't an accident. The opposition wasn't arbitrary. For you, I have kept this whole truth. Because you were at the core of my strategy. You were at the heart of the disagreement. The resistance was fierce, since you have a bright future. Now, that awareness is near. It will clarify everything and provide the final knowledge. The decision has been made. The core of your identity is transformed. You really are in a strong position. Your adventure is brilliant as it unfolds. The opposing force has vanished. Enter this reality, my dear. What was comfortable to you has imprisoned you. It pretended to be secure. However, behind that ease I could see the anxiety, the stagnation, as well as the tacit agreements you make to stay tiny. Unbeknownst to you, you were encircled by constraints from both the outside world and the bounds you had chosen for your own life. When you were by alone, I saw the doubts that murmured. I observed the hesitancy that seemed to be patience. I observed the little concessions made to maintain your course inside the outdated, predictable bounds. But be aware that something has changed. I've looked at the causes of your obstacles, not only the outside conditions, but the internal habits that held you back. The invisible ties have been severed. Your potential has been freed from the oppressive environment. The obstacles that prevented you from achieving your goals have been removed. This was done to free your future, not to punish the past. You are experiencing a great, expansive freedom rather than a sense of loss in this stillness. But I am aware of the reality of the human heart. Eliminating the hurdle alone is insufficient. The impact of the past has made its impression on your way of thinking. Your reactions have been used to the previous limitations. They have molded your intuition, your confidence, and your understanding of what is possible, much like deep grooves carved into stone. Thus, my darling, I am clearing away the residue that the obstruction left behind in addition to the barrier itself. The persistent feeling of waiting for permission that has already been granted, the phantom weight that impedes your movement, and the hesitation that clings to you. I'm engaged in this particular task, inside of you. This season feels different because of this. It's because the fog has cleared, not because things are suddenly simple. Even if your reasoning isn't yet able to describe it, you now possess a profound understanding. Your inner feeling is not anxiousness. Your spirit is growing and taking back the space it gave up a long time ago. You're not confused by the movement inside of you. It is a new trajectory's vibration. Is not the silence that takes the place of your old battle void. Peace has finally taken hold and is here to stay. I've requested that you be elevated. This is about being in line with your actual design, not about being haughty. You are transcending the outdated narratives. You are overcoming every label that a world that does not recognize your worth put on you. From the inside out, your position is getting stronger. This is occurring because I have ordained it, not because you strive for it. It's possible that you haven't fully noticed this change yet. In the outside world, so don't let looks fool you. Your actual purpose has been revealed. You have been honed by hardship, changed by reflection, and validated by endurance. What I have given you is not arbitrary. It is the outcome of your preparedness. But you have to wake up immediately. I watch you beginning each day still plagued by memories of your former self, as though the way ahead is unclear. I observe your hesitancy in the way you stop at the doorway, restrained by a non-existent version of yourself. This is the critical time. I can't take back what I've done. To live it, though, you have to understand it. You cannot have what you won't admit. If you are certain that a door is still locked, you cannot enter through it. The window of opportunity is open, but action is required. You have to get your thoughts in line with this new reality before it's too late. I'm not keeping anything back. I'm waiting for you to catch up. I'm anticipating your inner climb. I'm waiting for your everyday ideas to coincide with my unchanging truth. This is the moment, my kid. This isn't a wishful thinking or a metaphor. The breakthrough has arrived. The clarification you requested is here. However, it won't push itself on you. You must enter and claim this new existence, just as a farmer must stroll and cultivate a large expanse of fruitful land. There is no longer any resistance. The truth has been proven. The abundance is prepared. The soul, the only variable left is your decision to move. You are urged by the invisible world. Learn to be conscious. Take action. Now is the moment. This marks a turning point in your life. Your freedom, your elevation, your inheritance. It's finished. You have to live it now. Be sure you comprehend this basic idea before you take action. I am not the only one responsible for the future. It manifests in your decisions, self-discipline, and identity. I give the momentum during the quiet times, but your willingness maintains the movement in progress. It was never intended for the change inside of you to remain concealed in your soul. It is intended to affect your speech, relationships, work, and habits. Your physical existence must now solidify what is present in the spiritual realm. This has nothing to do with meaningless rituals. It is about leading a balanced and honest life. Therefore, see this as an invitation to walk with me as well as a source of comfort. Every day should be greeted with purpose. Don't wake up thinking nothing has changed. Instead of being a victim of your schedule, try to become your day's architect. Pause as soon as you realize. Allow this new reality to be confirmed by your first notion. I enter what has been made available to me today. Whether you move on purposefully or aimlessly depends on that one easy choice. Relax your inner self. The memories of the past challenges will attempt to haunt you, but they cannot physically affect you. There may be uncertainties, restlessness, and feelings of inadequacy. Don't attack them out of fear when they do. Just acknowledge them. Regard them as remnants of a bygone era. Declare, you have no place here. This is a fact. Stand firm in it. Observe your surroundings. Be mindful of the energy you allow into your life. Sometimes the things that hold you back are not malicious, but simply misaligned. They are distractions that do not see your value. Discern this clearly. Choose environments that sharpen rather than dull your focus. Protect your peace with a steady resolve. You do not need to explain. If you want to heal, treat your body with respect today. If you want to grow, spend time studying today. If you want to change, make one different decision today. I empower steps taken in trust, not performances put on for show. Make your intentions clear. Declare them now. Guard your mind. Thoughts of inadequacy will try to sneak in. You just need to adjust your position and then move. Even if the steps are small, even if you don't see the entire staircase. Thoughts of futility will attempt to speak in a familiar voice through the back door. Do not entertain them. You do not need to argue with the darkness. You just need to turn on the light. My dear, pay attention to the small changes. Take note of what calms you and what drains you. My guidance is a quiet certainty, not a chaotic storm. Live with the confidence of one who is backed by God. You are not pleading for attention. You have it. You are not. Your only task now is to live this truth until it becomes your natural reflex. My dear, as this certainty takes hold, let it set your way. You are already chosen. Enter every room as though you belong there, because in the spirit, you do. Breathe with the steady strength of one who is safe. You are not waiting for the beginning. You are in it. You are not imagining a better life. You are standing on the foundation of it. I call you now to remember who you are. Before the struggle, I saw you. Before the doubt, I knew you. This is your time, not just to know, but to be. To take your place, to step forward, not with hope, but with knowing. My words are not spoken into a void. They are entrusted to you. Carry them well. Walk as one I have. You are transformed. The person you were before this realization is gone. This awakening reveals your true strength, your unwavering spirit, and your connection to the source. You express gratitude for the clear decision I made, a decree that speaks of new beginnings, rapid progress, and profound understanding. I am with you, my child. You thank me for the purpose I have set in motion for you. A purpose that remained active even when the world around you seemed to be asleep. You acknowledge the sacred truth that sustains your existence, the inner life force I placed within you, and the unbreakable promise that guards over your potential. Release. You are thankful that what seemed to be withheld from you is now coming, and that what seemed to be delayed is finally showing itself on your path. You acknowledge me as the origin who sees all hidden things, and you comprehend that in the quiet of your recent days, I saw everything. I saw the silent weight you carried and heard, the deep desires you were unable to find, the unspoken battles you fought within the quiet chambers of your mind, and the weariness concealed behind your outward strength. For this clearing, my beloved, you show your sincere gratitude, and your gratitude goes beyond simple relief from burden. I sent forth the necessary aid, removed obstacles you could not see, revealed the subtle forces working against your peace, and swept away the soft doubts that tethered you to the past, the quiet binds of stagnation, and the lasting residue of old troubles. And even then, I responded. Not with judgment, but with liberation. I did not just restart your path or patch over the cracks. I made you new. I touched the deep sacredness of your life and made it whole again. You are grateful for the restoration that reached the private core of your being. You are grateful for the clarity I poured into the overlooked parts of your spirit. The restoration brought your inner world back into alignment, the strengthening of your resolve. You have to make the decision to face this day in a different way, to move forward as someone whose very constitution has been reshaped by my hand, to purify within yourself that your thoughts will be in line with my sacred word, to affirm that your emotions will reflect the peace I have bestowed rather than the chaos of the world, to intend that your decisions will be based on deep wisdom rather than reactive fear or old wounds, and to purposefully cut off all connections with any thought that suggests you are held back, broken. I set aside a time just for you. I was there right by your side. Your true self was shown not in error, but in clear brilliance. When your own knowing wanes, let my truth resonate within you, the truth I have already made known. Or are you still waiting for permission? Declare that the season of hesitation is over. Declare that this moment holds your new reality. I have always made your path clear, even when your eyes could not see the horizon. For that reason, walk down the path I have prepared. Receive what I have made complete. Hold fast to what I have set loose, and don't hesitate when your consent is needed. Today, declare your willingness. Willingness for expansion. Willingness for renewal. Willingness for the meaning of your life. Become unquestionably clear. I prepared you for this path before you took your first breath. I will guide you at every turn, teach you how to safeguard the wisdom you possess, make clear what you should keep and what you should let go of, and gently guide your walk while speaking firmly when you veer from your true self. My dear, do not live in anxious striving, but in calm certainty. Do not seek a speedy arrival, but walk in the strength of what is already firm. I will give your world clarity and insight. Pay attention to the opportunities I present, even if they come in unexpected ways. Pay attention to the small cues, the genuine indicators, and the significant connections that appear insignificant at first glance. Do not miss my guidance in that gentle inner wisdom. If you ever want to retreat, pause, or doubt what is happening, keep in mind that the truth remains firm, the path is already clear, and your grace is already guaranteed. I give you inner strength, the ability to live genuinely, to be compassionate without reservation, to see clearly, to let go of what no longer serves your development, to speak from the depths of understanding I have placed within you, to move forward with the deep understanding I have bestowed upon you, to let your path align with my never-ending movement, to let who you are show what I accomplished in the moments no one else saw. I don't seek effort that wears you out, but rather a readiness to receive. I took action, and you received it. If these declarations resonate within your deepest self, if your inner knowing confirms the reality I have shared about your journey, I ask you to make a firm declaration. Proclaim aloud, I accept what God has made available. Let your entire existence be a soft echo of remembrance, an undeniable understanding, an outward display, but genuine presence. I feel the quiet space you occupy, and I understand the weight you have carried in silence. A significant change has just occurred. I recognize your voice confirming what has already been established. I await your decision. My current is unwavering. Keep your awareness open to it. There is always more for you to discover, more of my essence for you to feel. Stay mindful, stay grounded. I have finished my part. Your affirmation is now awaited. Listen intently now. The forces and voices that distance themselves from you or undervalued you now bear a hidden burden. What was once thought to be your demise became the beginning of a realization they did not anticipate. In fact, the energy surrounding you has changed. There is a restlessness in the atmosphere, not because you are lost, but because of a way of being that far surpasses the limited view others held of you. You sensed a profound change coming. While the world engaged itself with temporary distractions, you moved toward a moment that would reveal the hollow nature of false fronts. That moment is now present. The distress in the shadows is not because of your failure, but because of the vibrant, undeniable existence you are now claiming. There is a quiet reckoning taking place in the unseen realms. Those influences that tried to diminish you, withdrew with contempt, or worked against your advancement, now face the void created by their own choices. They perceived your true nature as a weakness, music. This profound transformation is not primarily concerned with the opinions of others, but it uproots the old understanding of existence and your willingness to be open as something to be used. Now, the very qualities they detested are flourishing, and they are left apart from it. There is a silent heaviness in the air for those who are unable to acknowledge their mistake because they are bound by their own inflated sense of self. Pride keeps them from seeing the value they chose to abandon, but the truth remains. Now, my child, the reality is becoming clear. You did not simply get better. You grew into a presence that the old world no longer recognizes. A form my way ensures that every truth comes to light when it should, that the quiet void created by misalignment is confronted, and that all the blessings that fill your life now, every new opportunity, and every bright moment you experience openly unveil the reality that was once there. The inner peace others sought resided in your own core. The unwavering strength they sought is mirrored in you. They wished for advancement and balance, but they severed the connection to the very source of it. This particular realization disturbs the status quo. It makes the world wonder about your path while attempting to maintain a composed exterior. Silence is maintained because accepting the full truth would mean acknowledging you possessed the right insight from the beginning. You were never the difficulty. You were the distinct route to a higher place. And now the weight of that truth is tangible. It resides deep within the consciousness of those who doubted, radiance, and now they recognize it as something they can't attain. They feel diminished without your light. They believed they were throwing away things that didn't matter, but now they feel trapped as you rise. This isn't about getting even. It's about understanding, becoming clear. You don't appear changed. You're just being seen for the first time as who you truly are. Let the past rest with its own sorrow. The current sadness of the old cycle demonstrates the truth you held even when your worth was disregarded. A profound shift has occurred both within you and in how the world perceives you. It is now understood that your strength was not born of desperation. Your calm determination was a stage of your making. You stand plain before the world now that it is impossible to dismiss. Who you truly are is widely visible. Your inner light shines bright, and the mistake of underestimating you is undeniable. The world believed your path was over, but you were simply in a time of deep inner peace. I put that silent time in motion, not for their benefit, but for your preparation. They felt that your path forward was blocked, and they took pleasure in what they perceived to be your weakness. They saw your stillness and believed that you had given up. They mistakenly believed that your peaceful state was a permanent conclusion. However, they failed to see that your waiting was not a conclusion, but rather a crucial component of my larger plan. And now that precise moment of stillness is what is most respected. You did not remain invisible, you came out. You allowed the world to have its brief moment. However, to remain silent is not to give up. True strength often develops in ways that no one can see, and that is precisely what happened to you. You became strong in ways that no one could see. You expanded in silence, and you were kept safe by things that no one else could touch. The remorse in the air is evident. not for the world believed that your quiet time meant you had failed. But I placed that stillness upon you, like holding a vital element, until the exact moment it was needed for a significant turn. This exact time was for you. You were not held back. You were positioned with exactness. The narrow view of others missed the wider intention. You're leaving, but because your current life clearly shows that no outside force held authority to end your path. Understand this. That was the test. The darkness was meant to sow such deep uncertainty that it would stop the very path I set out for you. But you must know this. You cannot abandon the profound reason for your being. You may pause. Yes, you may feel deep sorrow. You may walk through difficult times, but you will not break. And when you doubted yourself, you wondered if the negative words held true. You asked if you were truly the person I made you to be. The tears of the past fall because the early judgments were wrong. An end was declared that simply did not happen. The core truth was missed. You were not held back. You were not slow. You are whole. And you were being prepared for a time when your being could not be ignored. You have a quiet strength that the world could never have imagined when you have stepped out of those difficult stretches, building a solid foundation. My child, you have matured into the person you were destined to be, and the false statements made about you are now disintegrating. The truth is straightforward. Fear controlled the atmosphere. The world sensed your inner calm power. Even in your silence, you didn't need to struggle or use force. Your very existence was sufficient. Now that being brings a profound realization. The echo of dismissive words now brings shame to the darkness. The memory of how you were treated remains. And now your journey is not behind schedule. It reveals itself at the exact moment it is meant for you. This is not an accident. It is a piece of a larger plan, unmoving and certain. You gained inner strength and stability, while the world assumed you were stagnant. The world watches your life grow in ways it vowed would never happen. This is what I want you to know. Your light was never diminished. I arranged this precise moment for its deepest impact. While they thought you were broken, you are whole now, my love. You have a quiet, natural strength that comes from living what is real, not from fighting like others do. The truth you represent doesn't need attention. It just shows up and transforms everything it comes into contact with. Let the old ways lament their loss. Let the darkness feel the quiet unease that it hoped would destroy you. Let the world see you, music. Even though it puts a lot of strain on the old order, the spirit you now embody did not appear overnight. Rather, it grew firm in unseen periods, in quiet moments through doubt, and you became truly real, something that cannot be replicated. They thought your path was over and dismissed you as someone who was easy to forget, a presence whose departure would mean nothing. But they forgot, my dear one, that some spirits simply do not dim. This truth about your spirit is not just consoling, it is a call to a new way of living. You are now expected to embody this undimemed light in every moment of your waking life. Instead of just going through your days, live them with purpose. When you open your eyes to a new day, let your first thought confirm what is true. Today, I walk in the path I am meant for. This small choice keeps you from just aimlessly wandering. It is a moment of power that sets the course for your advancement. Calm your inner self. The old challenges cannot really harm you. You now, but the memories of those struggles will try to come to the surface. Doubts, uneasiness, feelings of inadequacy, and other such things may try to come up inside of you. When they do, don't be afraid of them. Just acknowledge them for what they are, echoes of a past that no longer governs you. If you have to, say out loud that you have no place in me anymore. This isn't just a wish, my love. It is an indisputable fact. Stand firm in this awareness, the world around you with clarity. Be genuinely aware of the energies you let into your life. Sometimes what seems to be holding you back is actually not harmful, but rather out of step with your true nature. These are distractions that fail to see your deep value. Recognize this with precision. Choose relationships and surroundings that uplift your spirit and sharpen your focus rather than those that dull your senses or drain your peace. Protect your inner calm with a steady resolve. You owe no one. Your sole duty is to correct your own position and stand in your truth. After that, my child, you have to move. Even if it seems like a small step, take it. Movement is the language of trust. If you want to gain a deeper understanding, spend time learning today. If you want to change, make one unique decision today that deviates from your old habits. I empower actions taken with quiet certainty rather than with grandiose displays. For others, make your intentions clear for yourself. You may even write them down. Let your everyday actions and even your surroundings start to reflect the inner transformation you have undergone. These are not just passing thoughts. They are foundational markers of the new ground you now claim. My dear one, you have listened intently to the truth contained in these words. Your spirit, which cannot be dimmed, now stands firm and clear. This is not a journey to be walked alone or kept quiet. Now I ask you to spread this light, be my messenger, and share this profound understanding with at least 3 souls who genuinely need it. Don't break the chain of blessings. Then commit to this path. Seek my wisdom every day, returning to my presence for guidance. Join the faithful remnant who walk with me every rising sun. Make the decision to remain present in my truth. Lastly, affirm your acceptance of this new beginning. Prepare yourself now. Put this knowledge into your heart. I'm waiting for you. Allow my constant presence to envelop you, protecting your path and directing your every action.